Struggling with limited gardening space? It's a common problem many of us face, the desire to cultivate life and beauty, but with only a small area to work with. Perhaps you're in an apartment with just a balcony, or a home with a tiny yard. Fret not. Gardening is not confined by the boundaries of space. It's about nurturing creativity and growth, regardless of the area size. Don't worry, we've got you covered with creative solutions to transform your small area into a blooming garden. Did you know small gardens come with their own unique benefits? Yes, you heard that right. Small space gardening is not just about making do with less, but it's also about reaping the rewards that come with it. Firstly, small gardens are easier to maintain. With fewer plants and a smaller area to manage, you can dedicate more time to each plant, ensuring they're healthy and thriving. This means less time weeding and more time enjoying your beautiful green oasis. Secondly, everything is within arm's reach. No need for long treks across sprawling lawns. Everything you need, from your favorite rose bush to your herb garden, is just a few steps away. And finally, small gardens allow for creativity. Limited space is just an invitation to think outside the box. You can experiment with vertical gardening, container gardening, or even hanging gardens. The sky's the limit when it comes to small space gardening. So let's turn this supposed shortcoming into a gardening advantage. Ever thought of taking your garden to new heights? Welcome to the world of vertical gardening, a technique that turns traditional gardening on its side and offers a creative solution for small spaces. Vertical gardening is all about growing plants upward rather than outward, utilizing vertical space to maximize your gardening potential. This innovative approach not only saves space, but also creates an eye-catching green wall that can truly transform your surroundings. There are several ways to create a vertical garden, each with its own unique charm. One of the most popular methods is using wall planters. These are containers that can be attached directly to your wall, allowing plants to grow vertically. Wall planters come in a variety of shapes and sizes and can be arranged in any pattern you like, offering a great deal of flexibility and creativity. Hanging baskets are another excellent option for vertical gardening. These baskets, which can be hung from ceilings, balconies, or even tree branches, allow you to bring your garden to eye level. They're perfect for trailing plants, creating a cascade of greenery that's both beautiful and space-saving. Trellises, on the other hand, offer a more structured approach to vertical gardening. These lattice-like structures provide support for climbing plants, directing their growth upward. Trellises can be leaned against walls or freestanding, and they're a fantastic way to showcase vines and climbers. Thanks to these methods, vertical gardening offers a solution for garden enthusiasts who are short on space but big on passion. It's a way to think outside the box, or rather, outside the plot, and grow a lush, vibrant garden in even the smallest of areas. The best part? Vertical gardening isn't just practical. It's also a form of living art, allowing you to create a visually stunning display that brings nature's beauty right into your home or outdoor space. With vertical gardening, you're not only saving space but also creating a visually appealing green wall. So why not give it a try? Take your garden to new heights and discover the endless possibilities of vertical gardening. What if we told you, your old containers could be the next home for your plants? Container gardening, as the name suggests, is the practice of growing plants in containers instead of planting them directly in the ground. It's a simple and effective way to breathe life into your garden, regardless of its size. And the beauty of it is, you can use just about anything as a container. Take a moment and think about the various containers lying around your house. The old teapot that's gathering dust, the worn-out boots that have seen better days, or the empty paint cans in the garage. All these could be potential homes for your plants. Let's start with something small: herbs. Herbs are wonderful for container gardening. They don't need a lot of space and they can easily coexist in one container. You could create a small herb garden in an old bucket or a wooden box. Imagine having fresh basil, thyme, and parsley within arm's reach right on your kitchen windowsill. But container gardening is not just about small plants. You can grow almost anything in a container as long as it's big enough. Tomatoes, cucumbers, even small fruit trees can thrive in pots. If you have an old wheelbarrow, why not turn it into a mobile vegetable garden? It's a great way to utilize space and adds a touch of rustic charm. And let's not forget about flowers. Flowers can add a splash of color to any space. A row of terracotta pots filled with marigolds, petunias, or pansies can transform a dull balcony into a vibrant oasis. But remember, container gardening does require a bit more attention. The soil in containers tends to dry out faster, so regular watering is crucial. And just like in traditional gardening, you need to ensure your plants are getting the right amount of light and nutrients. With a bit of creativity and care, you can turn any container into a blooming paradise. Whether it's a small herb garden in your kitchen or a wheelbarrow full of vegetables, container gardening is a fun and practical way to make the most out of your space. Container gardening not only saves space but also adds a unique touch to your garden. Do you have unused corners or empty walls? Let's turn them into your garden's charm. In the world of gardening, no space is too small or unconventional to cultivate a touch of nature. Every area around your home can be transformed into a green oasis with a little creativity. The key is to see beyond the conventional concept of a garden and explore the potential of these unconventional spaces. Let's start with those empty walls. They're not just walls. They're vertical canvases waiting to be painted green. Consider installing wall planters or creating a living wall, also known as a green wall. This not only maximizes your space but also adds a unique aesthetic appeal to your home. You could grow a variety of plants from ferns and succulents to edible herbs and vegetables. Next, look at your windowsills. These often overlooked spaces can be the perfect spot for a mini indoor garden. Small pots of herbs, succulents, or flowering plants can thrive here, basking in the sunlight that streams through the window. Balconies too offer ample opportunity to flex your green thumb. From hanging baskets and railing planters to vertical garden frames, there are numerous ways to transform this space into your personal green retreat. You can even experiment with small fruit trees or vine plants for an added element of surprise. And let's not forget rooftops. If you have a flat, sturdy, and accessible rooftop, it could be an ideal location for a rooftop garden. The sky really is the limit here. You could create raised beds for vegetables, design a rock garden, or even install a small greenhouse. The journey to creating a garden in unconventional spaces is a thrilling one, filled with experiments, surprises, and of course, the joy of watching your plants grow. It's about breaking the mold, trying new things, and turning spaces into places of green tranquility. Remember, every nook and corner holds the potential to become a green oasis. So, are you ready to transform your limited space into a gardening paradise? Let's take a moment to reflect on our journey today. We've explored the limitless possibilities of gardening in small spaces, and discovered that with a little creativity and innovation, size does not have to be a hindrance. We began by delving into the benefits of small space gardening. We learned that it's not just a necessity for those with limited room, but also a lifestyle choice that brings a plethora of advantages. It's manageable, it's economical, and it offers an opportunity to make every inch count, turning constraints into opportunities. Then we ventured into the world of vertical gardening. We saw how walls, fences, and even freestanding structures can become green canvases. We realized that when ground space is scarce, the sky truly is the limit. This approach not only maximizes space but also adds a unique aesthetic appeal to your environment. Next, we explored the versatility of container gardening. We discovered that anything that can hold soil can be a potential home for plants. From traditional pots to repurposed items like old boots or teapots, container gardening allows us to express our personality and creativity while providing a perfect solution for space limitations. Finally, we looked at how we can utilize unconventional spaces for gardening. Under the stairs, on the windowsills, or even in the cracks of a pavement, we learned that plants can thrive in the most unexpected places. It's all about seeing potential where others might see limitations. But what does all this mean for you? It means that no matter how small your space, there's a garden waiting to bloom. It's about looking at what you have, not what you lack. It's about thinking outside the box, repurposing, reimagining, and reinventing. So take these lessons, these ideas, and let them inspire you. Take a look around your space and see the potential. You don't need a sprawling backyard to create a garden you'll love. All you need is a little creativity, a dash of enthusiasm, and the willingness to see possibilities where others see restrictions. Remember, it's not the size of the garden that matters, but the joy it brings. Happy gardening.